and love to all you saints. Peace and love to all you saints. I just wanted to, I guess, talk about a little moment of weakness or maybe vulnerability on my part. I'm not too happy about this moment, but it does happen. It does happen. I get what was frustrating, man. So, joining, being a part of a group, and one of the most frustrating things is you already came in knowing some things in life. You learned some stuff in the world, and you already know some things were true, right? But because of the group that you were a part of, right, you had to like those things didn't have no precedence or didn't have no value because it's whatever the group says goes, right? So whatever they say goes, and whatever they say what's the word is correct, and whatever you say is wrong, right? So Derek Prince did a little bit of a sermon on, was it cult? I don't know what he said, or talking about Galatians, who was bewitched you, and one thing he said was excuse me, when you're joining like a super group, right, and they say, hey, join us if you want to be right? When you join them, you're always wrong, right? So it's so true, man. That is so true, man. So if you want to be right, you have to agree with what they're saying, But that's not the point of this video. I'm not going to talk about that. But I had man, like when I got kicked out, man, I won't lie to you. And I'm not really one to show emotion. I'm not one to let my emotions get to me, man. I'm not one to let that get to me. But I was not the strongest when I was there. I was not at my strongest at all. I was healing from a lot. I really needed some healing. I was really healing from a lot. Of course, a lot of it was misunderstandings or just a lack of knowledge in general. So there was a lot of stuff I really had to grow into. Even had to remove, some stuff I had to remove from my life and come into more understanding of having certain people around you. And there's always making sure that you're, there's always the words of life that are always being spoken into you. So, I was really healing from a lot of, issues from some relationships that I had before. So my heart was weak. A lot of stuff was, there wasn't a whole lot of stuff that I was weak in, but the one two things that had were really bad, in terms of my situation. And yeah, man, getting kicked out, man, I allowed my emotions to get the best of me. I really did. I did, man. I have to admit that, and I'm really pissed about it. Just when I used to play a lot of basketball, and you got some guys that can get under your skin. They can get to your emotions, and then it allows you to lose control of the game, lose control of your actions, and that's what happened to me. I lost control. I lost a whole lot of control of my actions, man. I really did. I have to say, I lost a lot of control of my actions, man. I'm not happy about it. I am not happy about it. I'm definitely not happy about it. I would have loved to have done a whole lot better. But whatever is done is done. We'll give all praise to the Most High, regardless of the situation. And I understand that offenses have to come and stumbling blocks have to come, right? So, I think it has helped me. It has strengthened me in a way where I needed to be strengthened. And I'm happy for it, man. I'm content with it. I'm really content with it. And I'm hoping the contentment of godliness comes with a whole lot of great gain. I really do. So, just for you guys out there, man, that are in the walk or maybe going through a few things with family, church groups, whatever it may be. One thing that you don't want to do is allow your emotions to operate your actions. You don't want your emotions to operate your actions, right? You always want the spirit to do that. You always want to control your spirit. And so, but But we always give glory to the Father regardless. We always give glory to the Father, right? And just get back on track and just stick to His Word, listen to the Spirit, and just keep building, keep going, keep building on these things little by little, verse by verse. Build on these things verse by verse, little by little. Get 1% better every day. Get 1% better understanding every day. 1% wisdom better. 1% better wisdom every day, right? So, why not, right? Why not? It's tough, man. It's tough, man. It was tough. Oh, and then, get back on track, right? Get back on track. Stay on track, get back on track. And you know what else? Another thing too is that do not compare yourself to the group. Do not compare yourself to anybody there. Do not compare yourself to people. One of the worst things you can do, man. Just hearing the whole thing about, we'll see 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years, we'll see what they do. Don't get sucked into that, man. Do not get sucked into that, man. That doesn't make sense. They never had that type of standard put on them. They never had that type of measure put. Why are they putting that unfair standard, unfair measure on people? It makes no sense. You had a group when you came in to build community. You had a group. You didn't have the land. You didn't have that. They had to save up money to put on payment to buy the land, which is a beautiful thing. Which is how we're supposed to. That's one of the ways to do it. But there are other ways to do it too. There's other models that you can follow. Or let's just say there's other blueprints or strategies that you can approach to make it happen. So that was another thing that I got caught up with, the comparison stuff. And even 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 12 tells you not to compare because it's unwise. And so when you have older people or younger people trying to compare themselves to you or whatever the case may be, they become very unwise. So, and it doesn't matter how long they've been in the church, it doesn't matter how many years they've been teaching the gospel, they become unwise when they do that. So the word sticks. The word still applies. The Bible still applies. It operates regardless, right? So, and that's why we have to use the operation of the book, man, operation of the Bible to get things done, man. To go about it, man. So again, there's so much things to be thankful for, man. There's so much things to be thankful for, man. But I allowed my emotions to get the better of me, man. I did, man. So, kind of like the NBA post-game conference. You admit your faults, maybe we went wrong. We could have done this better. We could have, reflecting on your actions, reflecting on your behavior. So, but we give all glory and thanks to the Father. With peace and love, man. If you enjoyed this video, man, leave a like. If you have anything to add to it, or maybe something of the situation that you've been through, leave a comment, right? And share with anyone that needs to hear this